I continue to come back because I'm convinced of the good work being done here. Therefore, I come back. If I were not convinced, you wouldn't see me.
This apostolate for family consecration to the truth is devoted to that miracle, to allowing that miracle of God to happen in families. And for you to be here at Familyland is to place yourselves in the path of God's grace so that that miracle can happen more readily in your lives.
I am very pleased to be here today, and I'm very grateful to Mr. Jerry Conacher for inviting me. First of all, I'm very pleased to be here with all of you who are the present and the future of our church, and who give bishops like myself great hope for the church. And secondly, I'm just glad to be back here in Bloomingdale. I did my seminary work here. I spent 6 years in the seminary on these grounds, and then God punished me and I came back to teach in the seminary. I taught canon law. And then the seminary closed. I don't know if the two are connected. When I came back to teach, the seminary closed. But it's always a great pleasure to come back to these grounds. When the seminary did close, we were concerned about what would happen to these beautiful grounds. And we were overjoyed when it worked out that the apostolate could come here so that God's work could continue here on these sacred grounds.
Brothers and sisters, there's a new day coming. We're going to get back to something very solid. And I congratulate Familyland that has been one of the prophetic voices for this in the Catholic Church in these long and dismal years since 1968.
The Holy Family Fest, as I've experienced and seen in the last few days, can really be seen as a kind of a center, a training camp in that great army of Christians who are going to go out there and battle against Satan.
We have been in liturgy a total of 7.5 hours this week, and I've heard 15 hours of confessions. Strangely enough, I feel refreshed. I really do. And I want to tell you, I encourage you to talk to your pastors and assistant pastors and deacons at your parish to encourage them just to try 1 week here at Catholic Familyland. I'm not going to say it's a week you just kick back and do nothing, but what you do will refresh your soul, and that is the whole point of this week. God bless you.
One of the greatest shock I had when I came to America was my first Sunday in the church. As we are celebrating the Mass, I thought that people were still coming to the church. I didn't know that it was all over. We had empty pews. The people were not in the church until the end of the Mass. Because in my diocese in Nigeria, and also other dioceses, people fill in the church, and those standing outside the church will be almost half of the people inside the church. So when I came down to Catholic Familyland, I said, wow, this is another America in America. I said, this is a holy America in America.
The thing that's striking to me that just hit me is that when I came through those up the road there, even though this is only my 4th time driving up that road to come to Catholic Familyland, it already feels like home. But I do feel like, you know, the apostolate is a part of me now, you know, and I love the apostolate, and I love everything they do. God bless the apostolate. So for those of you who are new in the apostolate and new to Catholic Familyland, I would just want to encourage you to keep coming back, and you'll find out quickly how quickly you get sucked into this wonderful, incredible apostolate and the incredible spirit that exists with the apostolate, and always know that this Spirit is everywhere, and soon it'll be everywhere in all corners of the world.
It's like a mini retreat for me. And the things that I've learned here and experienced here, I will definitely try to see how I can implement in my own diocese. But I will be involved in family life ministry, and this experience will truly be very beneficial to me. And also with the basic ecclesial communities that we have in Malaysia, how this, the family catechism can be brought into these BECs. And in this apostolate, you have a spirituality, a plan, a structure. And really, I can see this being such a blessing to all of you here. So I'm truly grateful. And finally, I would like to encourage you to bring your friends or your other family members.
And I was walking around and I just had to get it clear in my mind what was happening here. And then all of a sudden it hit me that what I was experiencing was the culture of life. Living in California, we're surrounded by the culture of death. And I think when you're in that for so long, in some ways you become accustomed to a lot of the things that are around you. And when we were immersed here with these beautiful families, it was overwhelming for me. In so many ways, this is just like heaven. We're loved for who we are, and nothing more.
You guys have restored my hope, really, truly. I can't thank you enough for that. I heard, I think it was Michael Rourke, it might have been Cardinal Arinze. People who know me know my memory is weird. But it talked about the story of Abraham pleading for the people of Sodom, where he said, if 50 people are good, will you save the city? And if 40 and 30, and archaeologists discovered the city could have had as many as 150 to 300,000 people in it, and God would have saved it for 10. Do the math. 1 in 30,000 people is enough to save us all. Which means if one family in every parish is doing the Holy Family Hour, the Be Not Afraid Hour, your whole parish will be saved. So I think that's wonderful.
This is reality. This is the truth. God is at the center of reality. We're going out to a world that is living in a nightmare. And we're called to wake them up to reality, to wake them up to the truth, and to be confident because we have seen this truth and we see the fruits of this truth in our own lives, in the lives of all those around us in this place.